Hello everybody and welcome to today's assembly. It's Miss Beck here and I am doing our assembly today because it's a very exciting day. Today is Safer Internet Day and this is a day which is celebrated all across the globe in over 170 countries with thousands of children joining in across the UK. And it's a day when we can celebrate all the really brilliant things about being online and also remind ourselves how we can stay safe. So a big part of Safer Internet Day is thinking about all the amazing things we can do online. I wonder if you like doing these things too. Do you like playing games, chatting to your friends, video calling friends and family, learning new things, listening to music, watching videos? Yeah, I like doing all of those things too. So for Safer Internet Day today, we're looking at trust online. So what do you think trust is? I want you to have a think to yourself. You might want to pause the video while you have a little think. You might want to talk to the people around you. So trust is when we have a strong belief that someone or something is honest and tells the truth. So, for example, you might trust the teacher when they say that it's going to be playtime in 15 minutes, but you might not trust your little sister when she's covered in chocolate and says she didn't eat your last chocolate bar. Definitely not. No, I promise I never did. And you might be thinking, I'm not sure I really trust you. So, can we trust everything we see online? What do you think? So, there is a lot of great information online that is useful and trustworthy. And it's important to also remember that not everything online is trustworthy. So some things might even have been put there on purpose to try and confuse or persuade us. I wonder if you've ever seen anything online that you didn't think you could trust properly. So, we're now going to play a game called Trust It or Check It. I'm going to show you an example of something you might see online. And I would like you to think about whether you would trust it or not trust it and check with an adult. So we're going to have a look at some of these examples and you might want to discuss them with the people around you, maybe with your brothers and sisters or your family, to see would you trust it or check it. So we've got here a little conversation. The first person, King Cody, says, "Hey, nice win in the last match. Fancy trading for the purple ice blast? Thought you had two." And you might say, "Thanks, yeah. What you got to trade?" And King Cody says, "I've got a super rare star crystal. You send me the ice blast first, so I know I can trust you, and I'll send it after. So, would you trust it or check it?" Looks to me like somebody's trying to make an unofficial trade. If you're going to make a trade, it always needs to be done properly in the game. That makes sure that it's safe and trustworthy and nobody's going to be stealing your purple ice blast or your super rare star crystal or whatever it is that you want. So you need to make sure that the trade is fair before accepting. So if you're not sure, you need to check it with an adult. Oh, I wonder, yeah. I'm thinking if this happened to me, I'd be thinking, maybe a bit confused, like, why do you want to trade with me? How can I make sure that I trust you? What about this one? "Click to play now! Invade planets, build empires, rule the stars!" But if you look really carefully in the top corner, you can see that it's an advert. So how would this make you feel? And would you trust it or check it? So it can be tricky to tell if an online advert is trustworthy or not. So there are adverts that will genuinely take you to the right place, but sometimes they don't take you to the right website, and they might take you to a website where maybe they were trying to get your details that you didn't want them to have. So if you're not sure, it's always best to check. You could look up the advert separately online. So you could look for this game, maybe in the App Store, maybe on Google to check, is it a real proper game? And speak to an adult about whether it's real or not, and whether it's suitable for you, whether it's the right kind of game for you to be playing. Let's have a look at the next one. Today is Friday the 13th, unlucky for some. Let's turn this into a good day. Send this message to 5 friends to get good luck all weekend. Don't ignore it or you'll be cursed with bad luck for 10 years. Don't break the chain. So, how would you feel if you got this message? It can be a little bit worrying to get something like this. I don't want to have bad luck for 10 years, but these are not true. If you're worried by what you've seen or read, you need to talk to an adult about it, okay? It's best not to share it on to your friends because then it might make them feel worried as well, okay? So we've got to remember, a message like this, it's just words. It can't really bring you bad luck. So it's best to just leave it and speak to an adult if you're a bit worried about it. Let's have a look at the next one. Scientists reveal plan to build giant freezers to prevent global warming. Well, this sounds like a great idea. How would it make you feel? Oh, have a look at this date here. The 1st of April. What happens on the 1st of April? I wonder if you know. It's April Fool's Day. And people often like to make silly jokes on April Fool's Day and also on other days throughout the year as well. So I think this might actually be a joke. People usually share them to make people laugh, which is fine. We all like to laugh and have fun. But sometimes they can be very exaggerated. Or they might be sarcastic where they say one thing but really mean the opposite. They might even be trying to make fun of something or someone, which I'm sure we don't want. So you need to read past the headline. Look at who it's written by. If you look at their name, J. Oker, who is it? They're a joker. So, how would this make you feel? Have a think. I think I would need to check this. Maybe I would look at a news website that I knew I could trust, like Newsround, to see if it was really true. Let's have a look at the next one. Everyone's a winner! Enter your email and click spin to find out which prize you've won. Click to spin. How would you feel? Now this looks like a great prize. I would love a sports car or a phone. Oh, a holiday and some money. That looks brilliant. But often if something looks too good to be true online, it probably isn't true. So this might be an example of what we call phishing. And it's probably trying to collect personal information like your username and email to get into your accounts and steal your data, to steal your identity, and to kind of pretend to be you. You don't want to maybe get something in trouble with something because somebody was pretending it was you. So you need to be really careful about sharing personal information online and always check with an adult before entering any competitions. Okay, there are some competitions online that are genuine and have some really great prizes, but you must never enter them before checking with an adult to make sure that it's really a genuine competition. And again, I would not look on this advert. I would go to the website to find out more about the competition and what will happen when I enter and if I win. Crazy skills, amazing trick shots, first time. So this looks to me like somebody's YouTube video. How would you feel about this? Would you trust it or check it? So just like photos, videos can be edited too. You might not be given all the correct information. In this example, it says it's a first time trick shot. It's probably not true. It probably took a lot of time and effort to get it in the right place at the right time, and maybe even editing some different videos together to make it look like it was all done in one go. So how would that make you feel? How about this one? It's from Green Thunder 2. can't believe we've been playing together for a whole year. No way. Feels like I've known you forever. We should meet up in person sometime to celebrate. How would you feel about this one? Now, we've talked about things like this lots of times in school, so I hope that you were thinking then, this would make me a little bit worried, because you need to be really careful with keeping your personal information safe online. If a stranger online asks to meet up, or for any personal information or pictures or videos, it's really, really important not to share them and to tell an adult you trust straight away. They can help you and make sure the correct action is taken, like blocking the user so they can't contact you again and making a report. Because even though they're called Green Thunder, and even though you might have been playing a game with them for a whole year, you don't know who they are. You don't know that they're really a child. You don't know what would happen if you met up. So you must tell an adult that you trust in your family or at school so that they can help you to do the right thing. And the adult that you tell won't be cross. They'll want to help you to make sure that everybody is safe. So, hopefully, you had a real good think about all of those things and realised that quite often on the internet we do need to check things to make sure they're really genuine, to make sure we are looking at information that is trustworthy and that we are looking at websites that are safe for us and that will not cause us any problems in the future. So, what would you do if you saw something and you weren't sure if you could trust it? Well, you've got to think of yourself as an internet detective, and you've got to try and find out more. It's really important to question things online. Ask yourself, what is it trying to get me to do? What are the risks? You could ask an adult. You could look on a different website or app. 3 is a good number to check. If you get the same information from 3 different places, that means it's probably quite trustworthy. You could look in a book offline. Being an internet detective will help you to become more aware and make sensible decisions on whether something is trustworthy online. But remember, just like in the game we played today, we also need to think about how what we see online makes us feel. And if you are not sure, you need to ask for help from somebody in your family or somebody at school that you trust, or another adult that you know that you trust that will be able to help you out. So, if something you saw online made you feel upset or scared or curious, angry, worried, confused, what would you do about that? Have a little think to yourself now. Now, there are lots of things that you can do to help, but the most important thing is to make sure you talk to an adult that you trust for help. It can be an adult at school or at home or somewhere different. But remember, even though there's lots of information when you go online, some of it is true and some of it is not. So you need to make sure you use the advice from this assembly to help you decide and keep yourself and others safe online. So, thank you for listening to our assembly today. I hope that you've learned a little bit more about what you can do to check the information that you see online is trustworthy and who you can ask for help if you are not sure what to do. Okay, so you will be doing a little bit more work on this in your lessons throughout the week. And I am really excited to see what you manage to produce to show how safe you can be online and to show that you know how to check that you can trust what you have read. And I hope that you have a very happy Safer Internet Day this year. Bye!